welcome to Lunch with Iya Funlayo, where we are serving up spiritual food to help ease you through your week. It is me, your favorite scholar priestess, Iya Funlayo, PhD. So blessed, honored, thrilled, happy, glad, joyous, every adjective that I can think of to be with each and every one of you in the house of wisdom, in Ase Ire, in the temple, in community, in heart to heart connection with one another, just giving thanks for another day, another week, another chance to give thanks to Olodumare, to the ancestors, and to our precious Orisha Asheo. Orisha, today is Ose Obatala. We know that Obatala is the patron of Ase Ire, and so it is always extra special and extra energetic when we get to connect with the great father, the king of white cloth, the one who keeps us wrapped in peace and understanding, the one who was commissioned, come on now if you know the story, commissioned to come down and create dry land, right? To create dry land on the water so that we can be here right now to create and craft our bodies out of that same set of elements from which the earth is made. Those are the things from which we are crafted, and that same Ashe that swirls out in the universe is the same Ashe that swirls within us. We give thanks to Obatala, Obatorisha, Epaorisha, and we give thanks especially today. We're speaking about Obatala and returning to the source, returning to the source. But before we can return somewhere, before we can return to a place, we have to understand that that is the place that we came from to begin with, right? And so understand, where did Obatala come from? With the very elements that made the earth, with the very elements that made our body. He descended through the 7 different levels of Orun, of the spiritual realm, of which there are said to be 7 levels. And guess what? All of us make that same journey before we come here. And Ogbe Yonu, Ogbe Ogunda tells us that we go through these 7 realms of Orun ourselves, that our Oris transition through all of these spiritual journeys and all of these spiritual realms and adventures and gaining new understandings before we ever touch foot onto this earth. And so a part of our spiritual practice, a part of our connection with Olodumare, with the ancestors, with the Orisha, a part of that connection is simply remembering where we came from, right? Remembering that we are the stuff that the universe is made of. Remembering that we came through the same journey, right? The same levels of the spiritual realm as our Orisha, right? And so we have the same potential for greatness. We have the same potential for being remembered long after our physicality has left this planet. Ifa says that there's no childbearing woman who cannot give birth to Orisha. There's no childbearing woman who cannot give birth to Orisha. What does that mean? That means that with every birth, and one happens every few minutes, there is the potential for new Orisha, the potential for new greatness, the potential for new guides. It could be any one of us, right, who is here to bring that light to the earth. And the way that we reconnect with that light, right? Some of the way that we reconnect with that light is through working, of course, with our Ori, is through working through prayer. And when we are called, it's also through the process of initiation. And the place that we go, right? The place that we go when we receive initiation is called the igbodu. 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 And igbodu represents a point of light on earth. It represents a place where we are able to reconnect with that original source, with that original light. And it is said that Obatala Obatorisha, Epao, that Obatala is that light that shines in that space, is the light of igbodu, is that portal that helps us to return to the divine source, that helps us to remember who we are, that helps us to understand that anything and anyone that we hold up as being great and wonderful in this world, that we are made from the same exact stuff that they are made from, so that we are capable of everything they are capable of and even more. So as we prepare to move into our prayer space today, we're going to call on Obatala, Obatorisha, Epa, Baba, O, Baba, Onisuru, Eyala, Shanumio, Baba, Wa. As we move into our prayer space, we're going to ask Obatala to help us reconnect with the divine source through which we came, to help us remember our own greatness. We know that this weekend, Oshun helped to remind us of that. These are my parents, y'all. They be trying to remind us to be great. Oshun, if you missed that, please do go back and check out the replay, speaking about making our mark in the world, right? Standing in our power and walking in our greatness. And this message is related in that one of the ways that we are able to walk in our greatness, that we get the confidence to walk in our greatness, is remembering where we came from, right? Whose we are, right? Who crafted us so perfectly that without us having to do anything at all, we are able to walk, talk, breathe, right? Without us having to think about it and struggle for it. Take a breath right now. See how easeful that was, right? Connecting with source is that simple. Every time we breathe in, we reinvigorate ourselves. We reconnect with the divine Ashe of Olodumare. Ashe, Ashe. We give thanks for the ability to connect, and we pray to always remember exactly who we are, so that we are able to walk well and connect with the great destinies that are meant for each of us. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Hey, we know our element that helps us to connect with our greatness. It helps to soothe us inside and out. It helps to carry the nutrients through our body. It helps to cleanse us and get us smelling good. It helps to get us so fresh and so clean. It is that element of water. Hey, we know that water shall fellow omilo alo. If you won't go wash, hey, it's water you go use. Shell fellow sebe omilo alo. If you want cook soup, it's water you go use. So we give homage to water at all times. We say omitutu, Ashe tutu, ona tutu, ile tutu, tutu laroye tutu bobo egun tutu bobo orisha tutu emio tutu bobo wa tutu ori. Come on and touch that ori. We know. What does if I say if we need a house? Ha! We gotta ask our ori. And if we need a spouse, ha! We gotta ask our ori. And if we need that money, we gotta ask our ori. Because why, it is only through ori, it is only through the lens of our own divine understanding, it is only through the remembrance of the great source to which we are connected and the ability to tap into that directly, that we are able to recognize and utilize. Remember, we can't utilize until we recognize it. We got to recognize it first. Recognize and utilize our blessings. We give thanks. Ori woo. May our oris ever expand to receive each and everything that is meant for us. Ashe o mojubao. Mojubao lodumare. Ọba terere kaiye, mojuba ti ojo, mojuba ti orun, mojuba ile ogere foko yere, mojuba rumila ile lipin, mojuba ibarumole oju kotun, mojuba ibarumole oju kotun, Mojuba Okanle Ni Word Mole, Mojuba Koda, Mojuba Sheba, Mojuba Rebelo Shife, Mojuba Wonia Finju, ye, Mojuba Egungun Ele, Egungun Bawashe, Egungun Bawashe, Iba Egungun Mope, Egungun Bawashe, Baba Eni, Jejeni, Iani, Jejeni, Ijeje Labo, Kato, Borisha. It is our mothers and our fathers who are our Ishe, the originators and creators of our tradition, and it is Ishe, to whom we pay homage before any other entity. We give thanks and we give praise. Adu pueo, Ishe la bonibe, katorire o. Ishe la bonibe, katorire o. Ishe la bo kawa to borisha. Ishe la bo kawa to borisha. Adupeo, Ishe. Mojuba ori, Mojuba baba, Mojuba yeye, Mojuba wona la seku, Mojuba bobo orisha, Mojuba teshu odara ni kahan lo soro, Mojuba baba mi Obatala, epa baba rubo, epa orisha, epa mole baba mi, Mojuba shunye ore ye, Mojuba shango, kawo kabi, si Mojuba ogunye, omo mariwo, kumbe mi obi oshe benia. Se o de mata Mojuba mo beji, Mojuba egbe, Mojuba olokun molagba o, olokun molagba. Adúpẹ́, kinka ma ṣe. Bobo wanti anife fun, kinka ma ṣe, we know means may no harm, hurt, or danger come, so we say kinka ma ṣe. And the names of anyone we want to bring into the sacred circle of protection right now. We push away all negativity. We say kosi iku, kosi arun, kosi epe, kosi ofo, kosi olopa, kosi idina, kosi fitibo, kosi wahala rara. Let there be no problems whatsoever for anyone listening to the sound of my voice. Funwani orire, funwani ilera, funwani alafia, ire o, ire omo, ire aiku, funbobo wa ashe. Ashe o, ashe. Go, iba eshu, adúpẹ́, epa orisha o, epa baba wa o, epa. Adúpẹ́ rao. Yes, so baba Obatala oba. Baba bawashe o, help us always to reconnect with our divine source, to understand ourselves, to know that we are all your children, to feel the peace that surpasses all understanding, to let sadness and grief melt away. I'm feeling that today, right? Anybody who is that pain of grief as the days grow darker, as things grow of this year, as we consider the things that we seek to do in the coming year. Yes, we just pray to always be able to tap into our divine source. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks. We called out, we have to listen. Hey, to that message that Spirit has. Translation or intermediary. And breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. I invite you to gently close your eyes and go into that quiet and dark space that is yours and yours alone. As you breathe, feel a wave of relaxation roll from your head down your neck, your shoulders. You release tension rolling down your torso. releasing down past your hips, releasing down your legs into your feet, releasing tension. You feel fully relaxed. You release the stress of the day. You call in the promise of goodness for the conclusion of the day and the week as you breathe in. A wave of sacred Ashe moves from your feet up your legs, up past your hips, up your torso, up into your head. Let your face smile. Let every muscle relax as you feel peace. With every breath, you grow more deeply connected to the divine source and me, our breath that connects us to Olodumare. We give thanks for these precious vessels, our bodies, crafted by Obatala, made to receive the breath of life. We give thanks for each breath. Adupeo, adupue. Waye, lo mio. Waye, lo mio. Waye, lo mio. Waye, calameta. Waye, lo mio. Waye, lo mio. Waye, lo mio. Waye, calameta. Waye, lo mio. Waye, lo mio. Waye, lo mio. Waye, calameta. Waye, calameta. Waye, calameta. Waye, calameta. Waye Kalametan. Adupe Obatala. Epa Orisha o. Orisha epa. Let us take 3 more deep cleansing breaths in through our noses and out through our mouths. 1. 2. And 3. As we release that 3rd breath, let us reawaken our bodies. Shift gently. Maybe you move your arms, your legs. Perhaps you roll your shoulders. Let your head fall gently from side to side. Perhaps you gently stand where you've been sitting, or stretch your arms above your head. Move your body however feels good to you. Hey, and finally, those precious windows to the soul, the eyes. Gently open them and rejoin the space. Ashe o, Ashe adupe, epa orisha o, orisha epa adupe o family. Welcome back from that journey. I pray that it was as beautiful for you as it was for me. Remember that all we have to do to connect back to the divine source from whence we came is gently close our eyes and go into that private space. Take a deep breath. Be inspired as we breathe in, as we reoxygenate ourselves, as we reinvigorate our ashe. And then, importantly, breathe out fully and let go of all of those things that don't serve, that don't empower. Ashe. Remember our message from Spirit for the week this week, coming from that Ace of Swords, inspiring us to walk in our truth and to remember that although we have a lot of kind of hard things to say about truth sometimes, one of the big things about truth is that truth is light, and that the truth is that we are all more powerful than we could ever imagine, because we are connected in to the divine source from whence we came. So please don't ever forget that. If you are feeling blessed today and you're feeling it in your heart to pour a blessing back out on the ministry, you know we always appreciate you incredibly and invite you to do that at aseire.com, or by scrolling down and tapping Give Money at the bottom here on Clubhouse if you have that button, or by doing so at $Funlayo via Cash App. We give thanks for each and every dollar, and of course, pray that it multiplies 1,000,000 times and comes back into your pocket. But remember, as we always say, that the most precious gift you have, your most valuable asset, is not your money, but it is your time, your energy, and your attention. So please, 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 always only spend those in places and with people that give you joy, that help you to reconnect to your source, that help you to walk in light, that help you to remember the greatness that is you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. If you are new to the family, welcome. We invite you to join us over at AsheIre.com, where you can get some more of this medicine, get my ebook, learn the prayer that we say together each week. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where I've got all kinds of classes to get you up to speed on the tradition. My Ifa Orisha 101 video is over 35,000 views. Give thanks to all who have watched and shared it. Please do go watch it again. Take you some more notes. I learn something new every time I watch it. I'll be like, oh, I said that. Okay. All right. Okay. Maybe I know a little shutting after all, right? Beautiful family, beautiful. And also, of course, right now, we are inviting you to the Black Spirit Solstice Summit. Just over 1 week until we are together for a full day. 8 hours plus the after party. After the summit is the after party. And with my DJ, my super producer, DJ Nostalgic, aka TT Talks, who also produced my meditation album. Shout out to those of you who have that and continue to give feedback. Please do check out Orisha Focal Meditation Volume 1. That is my meditation album, Orisha Focal Meditation Volume 1. You can find it wherever you get your music at. And enjoy. Please do let me know how you enjoy that. It's wonderful, produced with fabulous sounds, and it's just a beautiful soundscape. So if you love our meditations that we do together each week, you will really love that. It's a whole different experience. Y'all go ahead out there, enjoy the rest of your lunch hour. Be great. Remember, again, the divine source to which you are connected. Remember that we are here to help uplift one another. So reach out and touch somebody's hand and make this world a better place. If you can, and I know that you can, so go on and do it, okay? You know how we close it out. Come on and sing it with me. Ashe, hey, Ashe, 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 Ire. I do pray family, Odabo.